Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all about positive affirmations. And I'm also going to share with you how I write my morning affirmations out and some tips and techniques that I feel can really make a difference in getting the most out of your affirmation writing process and allowing you to really feel the benefits of the affirmations and just making them really effective in your life and effective for creating positive change. Affirmations are short, positive statements that can help you get rid of negative beliefs, repetitive thought patterns, and help you to create positive change in your life. I like to think of affirmations as intentional thoughts because a lot of what we think throughout our day are reactive thoughts, and our mind just automatically responds to things, responds to comments that we hear, responds to events that happen at work, responding to whatever it may be in our day, and we're not necessarily consciously deciding to think those thoughts, they're just reactions. And so to take time, almost in a meditative way, to take time to actually decide what thoughts you want to have and what beliefs you want to create in your life, what you want to invite more of into your life is a really beautiful thing, and I think that affirmations can definitely help with that. For me, I really love to write my affirmations in the morning as a part of my morning routine, and I just find that it's nice to just have that quiet time to decide what I want to focus on. And there are a few different ways that you can do affirmations. You can read affirmations, you can speak them out loud, you can listen to a pre-recorded series of affirmations, or you can write them out. For me personally, I find that the most effective way to get my mind to focus on that thought is to write them. Because when I'm writing, I'm not focusing on other things because it really takes up all of your concentration. You're paying attention to the words that you're writing on the page, and you get a chance to kind of read them out loud in your mind while you're writing them, and I just find that I absorb the thought so much better when I actually take the time to sit down and write it out. One of my tips for affirmations is repetition. I like to write out the same affirmation at least 5 times in one sitting because I feel that it really allows that thought to soak into my mind, and habits of mind and of thought are created just like any other habit, by repetition. And so by saying or writing or reading the same positive phrase over and over again, especially one that is very meaningful to you, can have a great effect and can really allow it to be soaked in and embedded into your mind. One of the things that I find that positive affirmations can be really, really helpful for is to break negative thought patterns, especially really repetitive thoughts that you have. Maybe it's about feeling like you're unworthy of love, or feeling like you're never going to find the perfect job or the perfect relationship, or feeling guilty about success. Things like that, maybe things that you've had since childhood or for many, many years, that you find yourself coming back to those thoughts over and over again. And if you feel like thoughts like that kind of creep into your mind without you even being aware or without you consciously choosing those thoughts, then deciding to replace those thoughts with positive affirmations can be something that's really helpful. And I honestly believe that instead of focusing on getting rid of the thoughts in your mind, which can be really challenging because focusing on getting rid of thoughts is still focusing on that negative thought. And so that's why I think it's so important to take some time out of your day to focus on the beliefs and the thoughts that you want to think, the things that you want to be true for yourself, and to say them and write them in the present tense. For example, one that I really love and that's a great one to get started with is, I deeply and completely love myself. That one is just such a beautiful statement, and it's very powerful. It's very short and simple, so it's easy to remember, and it's something that you can say throughout your day. And if you've got a few minutes on your lunch break maybe, and there's a piece of paper there, try writing it out a few times. I deeply and completely love myself. I deeply and completely respect myself. Starting with a general affirmation like that is a great place to start, especially if you haven't identified anything specific that you want to create in your life. Because maybe you're thinking, well, I don't really know what I do want, or I don't know exactly one specific job that I want to have, or something that I want to manifest. So if that is your situation, then I recommend choosing one that is just about loving yourself more or being at peace in the present moment. Something like I deeply and completely love myself is, a great place to start. And so since I've been writing affirmations for years, I'm going to give you some of my personal tips that I find that make them most effective. One of them is, if you're going to be writing affirmations or saying them out loud, I recommend sticking to one or two that you find to be most important to you right now in your life, or something that is really meaningful to you, and repeating that one over and over again. Maybe for a week, maybe for a month, however long you feel. But what happens is, if you have 30 affirmations that you like and you are listening to them all or reading and writing them all every single day, the focus is kind of dispersed onto all of them. And I find that if it's a specific change that you're wanting to create in your life, or a specific negative thought pattern that you're wanting to break, then focusing on one or two affirmations tends to be a lot more powerful and a lot more specific. On the other hand, if you're wanting something that is just relaxing or uplifting, or just something pleasant to listen to in the background while you're doing other things, while you're doing your work, then I recommend listening to affirmations that are spoken out loud. You can repeat them with the audio. Louise Hay has some really, really great ones, and they're great because they uplift you. It's just nice to hear pleasant statements spoken out loud, and maybe the repetition of one specific one isn't what you would need in that case. So say you're trying to unwind before bed, putting on a tape with relaxing music and maybe 30 or 50 or 100 different positive affirmations would be great in that kind of situation. I just want to say, if you're new to affirmations, don't be embarrassed. It can feel a little bit strange to be speaking out loud to yourself, or to look at yourself in the mirror and say loving words to yourself. It can feel a little uncomfortable, and just because it's new, it's something different. Maybe do it while you're completely on your own, or you have some quiet time, but just allow yourself to try this, because it is something new, and it's just normal to feel like, well, this is a little different, or this is a little intimidating, or, I feel silly for talking to myself out loud and, talking to myself in the mirror. And something that I find to be really, really helpful is choose one activity that you repeat daily. Maybe it is washing your hands, or maybe it is brushing your teeth. Try linking brushing your teeth to one positive affirmation. So every time when you pick up your toothbrush and you're about to brush your teeth, look in the mirror and say that one positive affirmation, whether it's out loud or whether it's just in your mind. Or maybe think about the words in that affirmation while you're brushing your teeth, because it's time that you would be using anyway in your day, and to use it to specifically think about something that is really exciting and something that's positive and uplifting and that you're wanting to attract more of in your life is a great use of that time. And it's also a great way to create the habit, because you've already got the habit of brushing your teeth, so now just link that with the positive affirmation. Another suggestion I have for using affirmations, this is specifically if you're getting an affirmation from somewhere else, or if you found an affirmation online or in a book that you really like and you want to use it for yourself. Put it into words that you would actually say. If the affirmation, it contains words that you never say on a daily basis, I find that it's most effective to kind of use your own words. Make it sound you. Make it feel like it's a natural thing that you would say. So if the affirmation has the word wonderful in it, and you never say wonderful, but you always say awesome, or you always say amazing, then switch that word wonderful for awesome or amazing, because it just flows and it feels like something that you would already say. It's just a way to make it more personal to you. And just remember, there's no right or wrong way to use affirmations. So if you feel best by putting your hand on your heart and saying the words out loud, or closing your eyes when you say them, or standing up when you say them, or saying them when you're walking outside in the fresh air, whatever feels good to you, do that. And I find that that will also help you keep it as part of a routine, because it's something that feels good and it's something that you're going to look forward to doing every single day. Like, I love mornings. I'm not a much of a late night person. So if I was to only do my affirmations at night, when I'm feeling tired, my mind is not 100% sharp as it is in the morning, and I'm just really excited to go to bed, then I'd probably rush through it and not put as much energy and love into it. But for me, when I wake up in the morning, I'm 100% battery charged and so excited for the day, and I just love that precious time in the early mornings that I get excited to go sit at my desk and have my candle lit and look out the window and write my affirmations. I created this little kind of special moment of my day, and the affirmations are a big part of that. I'll put a link in the description box to my website, melissaalexandria.com, where I'll put some notes about everything that I've spoken about in this video and also some affirmations that you can use to get you started.